The Deep Talk with Mr. Henry.
We are back again. Thank you. I hope your Sunday is amazing. For those of you that are watching us on YouTube, if you have not subscribed, they've told us that as soon as they didn't arrive in a chopper, they knew the show was done. I don't but this is something a lot of people, by the media people, mind to they are friends batulimba just batuzanyira ku mutwe.
Maybe also because we've never had like a talk like this
exactly
about the battle after. So people have not yet gotten closure.
Nze njagala kubuuza kino Sheeba Karungi ng'omuntu mukwano gwa Cinderella sanyu
Ned.
Mullo.
No, for real, we're not friends.
You know, people are saying at London, this is the show you have.
It was a battle the entire time. It's a business. You're being paid to do something, you work. That's it. You don't need to be a friend with the person you're working with. No. As long as we're going to have an audience and there's money on the table, we'll work. Because
break it down a little bit for me. Where
this rivalry started because when she left Obsessions, she approached me. Because she saw that I was solo, so she needed some, guidance, like how do you do it and all that. So for like 2 years, she was like all up in my business, and I let her see who I am. Came to my home, and we went to tour together. Like she saw the hustle because I was
brought her close.
Yes, I brought her close because I wanted to teach her the game. I could see her passion, and I was like, okay, I'll teach you the game. This is how you handle this and this. I sat with her in meetings. Like there's nothing I didn't show her. I showed her everything. So, and then after 2 years, of course, she gets this opportunity to work with the management that she got with Jeff and the team.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a great opportunity. So she goes into this opportunity. Of course, she becomes busy and no issues. She's out there doing her thing. Out here, I'm doing my thing. And you notice I was making moves, particularly not to be in her way. Like with my career and all, I was making moves not to be in her way at all because I was rooting for her. I didn't have to say anything, but inside my heart, I'm like, I don't want to be against her chick. Whatever she's doing, jagala polichi. I tell. Yes. So I was doing like nothing to stop her, and she was going and going and going, amazing. And then this, I get an interview, like they would sit with you, And Kazora is like, would you be open for a musical battle with her? And I'm like, yeah, that would be, and I thought about it in a business sense, that would make business, a musical battle and doing it together. So I'm like, yeah, I'd be open for what? For a battle. And I feel like everything's cool. I didn't even know that would go viral or whatever. No, I didn't. And then her team gets wind of it, like what Cindy talked about a battle. And then they come out and say so much shit about me,
Her team.
Yeah, her team. And they say Cindy's a dead artist and she's just trying to get, she's trying to get a leverage from her and all this. And in my mind, I'm like, Uwalande. Like, wait, I trained your girl, And I'm waiting for her to say something about it. Because she knew what we went through and all that. And I'm like, you could at least come out and say, oh, I'm not for this or whatever. So the team goes flowing me everywhere, and trying to say all these things. They said so much against me, and then she didn't defend it, she didn't deny it nor accept. And that struck a nerve for me. It struck a nerve. And you guys know say manyiza bantu. In fact, the industry says that all the time, Tisindi. It's true. Yeah. So if I let you into my life, it means something. So I let you into my life. I write your first song. I nurture you for 2 years. And then you hear all this shit about me and you say absolutely nothing about it. So for me, it hurt, and that was years ago. I'm like, okay, she won't even come and defend me. They won't say nothing at all. Like, how do you just go on TV and say that about me? I've been in this industry for a while. I've done some things. They might be too many for you, but I've done some things. Yeah, I've got credentials in this industry. So that hurt me, that she didn't say nothing. So they kept this rivalry going and going and going, and I do not want it to keep going. So at a certain point, I'm like, okay, you want to do this, let's do this. And that is where it came from. That's why I cannot tell you that Tuliba birthday Vichi and all that and all that. No.
So if she calls, you can't even pick up.
No, the battle was real, and how I feel is real. It's not something I'm doing for the money or nothing. No.
Behavior. Let's talk about the federation a little bit. Apparently, there's money over there. You guys have been having meetings. By the way, man, this cheek can't even catch a break. Yakava mbino ateka tibaze mbino. I think I had it yesterday. Sometime this week or the other week. Mbwate Cindy uma yajitu.
But how does that? I don't.
Wakote uma. No jitunda. I'm like, wow.
Is that possible? Or you understand? Is it possible kutunda uma? I can't sell individuals. I don't. That is not physically possible to do.
So let's talk about it in this way.
Yes.
Cindy, a mother, an artist, extremely talented, the king herself.
A leader.
A leader.
Yes.
Why are you in Uma? What does it mean to you as a person? Why are you the leader after everything they've done to you?
Yeah.
They've made cocoons against you.
Yeah.
They've shown you that they don't want you, they don't believe in you.
They buried me once. They held like a funeral. You did see that? They held a funeral, they sang songs, and they buried me. Yeah, so yeah, continue.
Why do you keep being there?
Because, once you do something and you see that it's bearing fruit, you can't start paying attention to nonsense which is on the side. No. If you see, like, it's like being a farmer and you're like, get a sack or no, and you plant matoke. And people are like, that farmland, once you see a seed come up, that's it. You understand, you're hooked, and that is me. Like when I got into my position as the president and I started seeing that my power is actually changing lives, that was it. It was like an addiction for me. Because I saw that I'm in position to actually make certain things work. When we have artists like Mary Butter, like Serena Butter, and people like that having a case against one of the biggest promoters, and then Uma comes in the middle, and then she can't be arrested. You can't do nothing to her because of the power of Uma. And we have lawyers for her, and we get her lawyered up, and that's it. She goes home and sleeps. When you do such things, when an artist is running mad, and then you get a collaboration with a hospital, and he gets free treatment, and things like that that you do, and it's working out, it's like, why would I listen to these people on the side?
People and
I don't know. Sente Tezinajja. I've been in the seat for 3 years. I haven't been paid one day. I've never been paid, but I've seen lives change from my position, and because of that, I'm like hooked. I want to stay because I'm seeing, doors are opening. We're having conversations now with the ministers. We're changing the copyright law and stuff like that. For me, that is my inspiration.
Now the real thing now happens. You have Uma, but then there's a section of guys that don't believe in you. I think Chameleon and his group Baso what was the name of that group?
Superstar.
Yes. And then now things hatch, and then a federation comes into existence.
Yes.
This is resistance against the king.
No, you guys are getting it wrong.
Okay, when the federation comes up, you see Kenzo forming a federation. What comes into your mind?
And he literally took my whole cabinet, like everybody went. I remained with Chiuma Ngachang and Zenzeka. Like everyone left, like everybody left. The whole executive joined the federation immediately.
So do you think they just left like that, or there were whispers in the ears?
No, they had their own.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying they said them.
I hear you.
But you know what I mean?
I do. But then I don't know which excitement took them to the other side, because they came back on their own. Nobody forced them to come back. You understand? I don't know what it was, because when the news came out, it was huge, because Eddie Kenzo was a big artist, and then gata kubana wonaba artist abakabibichi, so everyone's akumulamwa good, it is this side, without thinking about it. Now on my side, where I was seated, it was like, okay, there's power, and it's like the husband, when the wife leaves and then the husband thinks because the house girl has been cleaning the home, everything,
she will be the wife.
Become the wife.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that is the situation I felt like. Like, it's not possible for this house girl to figure it out. Let me come and check her out after 2 years, and then she can handle being the wife. That's my position. So I felt like, okay, Banova guy, yes, they don't have the expertise, no experience, no leadership skills, nothing.
Bona.
So I'm like, yes, Bona. So I'm like, let's give it time. Give it time for them to understand the industry, and then we approach them. So for me, that's why I laid back. It was not like, I don't like Kenzo, I don't like the team that is working. No, it wasn't that. I just reasoned, that's what you're going to do. So, but for them, it was excitement. So everybody left.
Do you think, now this is, you have your foot there, yeah? the federation has come, Uma is still there, and then there's a force that is pulling both of them. Do you think the goal that you people are trying to achieve at some point will be attained?
Yes, it will be attained. Now you see, with the fight with the copyright law, we started this thing 2 years ago, and having the meetings. So the federation came and joined the same conversation, though they were louder than us, because us, when we were moving, we're not telling the whole media and inviting everyone to tell them, oh, we're going for meetings. But when they came in, they made the situation louder, so the parliament panicked. So they added salt onto the soup that we were already cooking. You understand? So at the end of the day, we both achieved what we wanted. It was china. I don't have an issue. My only issue is that when they just come in, they wanted to own Uma. Yeah, that was the thing. Like let's take it out of Cindy's hands, put it here. As like, I cannot hand over something that has built so much into someone who I'm not sure of. That I can't do. I love Eddie Kenzo, is my friend. You understand? Like, it's my birthday. But when it comes to leadership and all, that's a whole different thing.
You don't trust him as a leader?
No, because it needs time to become a leader. It's not inborn, you know. You get there. Of course, you can have the talent, but you need the skill to make it work. And now he's so much better than he was. So much better in the first meeting that we had. So I want people to know loud and clear. It's not like we don't want to join the federation. No. But we have terms. We're like, we want to join, but these are our terms. Meet them at least halfway, you know, and then we'll work together. I can't tell you. No.
Is it deep talk?
This is like confidential information.
Okay.
It's confidential information, because when Banga Ngawano Wembeda Yenze Minister Ngoyagala joining ese Komesa. Bwenzije Komesa njala sigaze kitibwa mbantu bange. Sagara kujewo nga nzayoza amasowaani ngeno nzechi. Yeah, so we want Uma to have like some kind of authority. Uma to have like, because we are the biggest association, we are also the legit one that has all the paperwork to back it up. Most of these associations can't produce the paperwork. So we have all that. So we've worked really hard to be where we are. So when we come into the federation, we want to come in with a big voice. We don't want to be silenced. We don't want to be belittled. We don't want that. So we're like, we just
want to be a Uma.
No. We don't want to enter your house and we're the ones living in the Askari's house. No.
If Kenzo says, Cindy Kuja, you're the vice president, you go.
Yeah.
And then they remove her.
No, it's not me. As in, Uma would have a representative there, but I'll still be the president of Uma. But I also sit in the federation. So when there are big issues, we discuss as the federation. When there are smaller issues, we come as Uma. You know, people keep thinking like if you join the federation, Uma is lost. No. Just we need to have some representatives there, because the other one does not register individuals. It registers associations. Yes. Yes. So that's all we want. We just want to kuingiranga mulimu amaanyi aga Uma.
What are some of the other things you think would have made the federation idea better?
I think if before they formed their cabinet and all, if they had consulted Katono, it would have helped. Because, you know, like when they came in, you see how everybody supported? That was a very good place to say kati tuchitereze tukolewe chiti. But because you're dealing with artists who are established and they're big and the egos are up in the air and all that, there was no room for that. That negotiation, that humility, there was no room for that. That's why we needed to like give them time. You know, so when you give them time, they get somewhere and be like, the truth is I can't do this on my own. Then they'll come back when they're humble. So that is exactly what happened. If they had come in humble, this would have been easier. This would have taken a very short time. Yes.
There was an issue between you and okay, it wasn't an issue, it was pressure from people, the fans with Saha. You remember?
Yes.
Saha, Cindy Aveyo. Yeah, man.
Oh my God. God help me. I did my life.
So you're there and twagala Saha. By the way, artists abayimbi
and agamazi.
I know there's no better way to say it.
Yeah, that is the truth.
Do you feel when you say king?
Yeah.
Do you feel like other artists acknowledge it? To start with,
when I called myself a king, I did not seek their approval. I actually, in the back of my mind, I knew that they're going to complain about it. But it's not about them. It's about my career and where I feel like I am. Not in comparison to you. I'm not comparing myself to you.
Yes.
Me, I'm looking at me and my journey and where I am right now. Right now, I'm a king.
Oh, yeah.
Not against you. No, just you be you. If you want to be a governor or you want to be
Emperor, whatever.
Yeah, you be. But here where I am, I'm the king.
Yeah.
So I didn't consider them. Baba Nalo, Zachi, no. Because even them, when they become queens and all these empresses and stuff, they don't consult me. You know, nobody says how was it
thank you for bringing that up. I always wanted to know. In your young age, ngakavubuka achari munji, when you called yourself king, why didn't you call yourself queen? Because you're a female. Why did you think about queen? Because you called yourself king or chari.
Yeah, I see. Because at that time we had many queens. Like bulika artist hawadika vayo. Na kubayo ka hit kamoba ina nice video mbo akoze ne Sasha Smile akoze ne Darlington. Nga yita queen. Smile queen of the dance, my queen of the stage bichi. Saza kati gwe liko girl them, Eya kajawa no chaunya, you know, you still smell like Pampers and Susu. And you are calling yourself a queen. I can't be a queen with you. Yeah, I can't be a queen with you. So that means if there is no other title above a queen, it's the king. So that automatically I was like, there's no other thing there. So that is how I say I'm the king. No, it was, I have this thing that it affects me and I'm learning. I want to be more social. I'm learning to create relationships, get more people inside because I am such a private person. I don't let people in. So it affected me during the campaigns a lot. And I was like, oh my God, I really need to start creating relationships. I know my mother tells me, Teddy again, I'm like, I'll be dead. I won't care. I won't care. But you know, at that moment during the election, I was like, oh my God. Because it's not like I'm enemies with artists. I'm not trying. At that time, I wasn't trying to be their friend. And then my rival was that friend for them, was like there for them and stuff. You see what I'm saying? So it didn't matter if intellectually is better or is no, all that didn't matter. It was like, oh, your blood, you are fake. You know?
You know, I've done this whole interview and like it's like 90% in English.
I hear you.
There are some people that feel a certain way when you overflow in English.
In English. Let me tell you my dilemma. Let me explain myself. First of all, I'm so sorry I speak a lot of English. I would have loved to speak more Luganda, but the first thing is that I'm not a Muganda, and I don't say that in a bad way, just that I've not grown up speaking Luganda. And my father was a Mnyoro from Masindi. So because he died when I was 2 and left me with a mother who was an Itesot, there were no opportunities to speak the language. And then when he died, our father's clan like abandoned us 100%. They were like, you brought a curse into our family. You know how African communities can be. And they blamed my mother for my father's death. So in that way, they took everything that belonged to dad and everything in the land and the house and everything, like, get out of here. And they chased my mother away plus us. So we didn't get the opportunity to speak the language because the aunties were not in our lives and all that. So mommy lives on her own. So that is how I did not speak the language. It was not. It is not. It's not intentional for me not to speak it. Actually, recently I have messages and I was calling Lucky from Capital, and I'm like, teach me some Lunyoro, you know. So she's like teaching me small phrases every day, and but that's it. It's not because Njagalo Zungoba I do it as a way of sounding smarter. No, it's just because I didn't have that influence. That is how I know Swahili. Njagala nnyo kwogera Oluganda.
As we're concluding, Sanyu.
Yes.
After how many years in the industry to get from Blue 3?
Wow.
By the way,
that's from 2005. But Jukira before Blue 3 in 2003, Warioka competition, Kenalim. Yeah, Coca-Cola Pop Stars. Yeah, West Sawangula. And that's the experience from 2003 to the moment. Can you imagine? I don't want to talk about it. I feel old now.
I can imagine there's a generation of people that don't even understand that. First of all, there's a section of people that don't understand how you left the Blue 3.
I see. But let's not go there. You know why? Because we're planning a concert now. You know, I think we just signed our deal recently, and we're about to, to bring it out to the open. So we have a concert in June. So I don't want to go there.
Out of all the 3 sisters, some of the questions are going to be painful, but I have to do it. Out of all the sisters, you're the one who's standing out. Mm-hmm. Jackie reaches out once in a while. She replies to some of my statuses. Nchimanyi jali, but talabika nnyo. Lilian, we see a lot of things happening to her now. I know you saw what happened recently with the money, rent. Yeah. How do you feel? Because
yeah, I think things happen to all of us. They happen to all of us. She'll bounce back.
Definitely.
Yeah, she'll bounce back.
But I need that feeling that is inside.
That is inside?
Inside you.
She's a big girl, and I'm talking this from the depth of my heart. She's a big girl, and she can handle. She'll be well.
Do you reach out to her sometimes?
Yeah, we do.
Are you guys friends?
For Blue 3 to happen, of course we talk to each other. Of course we reach out, yes. And she's like, I'm handling. I'm struggling a bit, but I'm handling. So I know she'll bounce back. She'll be fine.
Steve?
No.
It's not your birthday.
No, we meet like producing the show. I'm one of the singers. I will sing and say, hey, and that's it. And there's no...
there's we can be in offices and the Blues 3 song comes up. Oh, let me see you. And then someone comes with a nasty comment. Steve, and we're like, bro.
Anyhow, the story was everywhere. Steve had nothing to do with it. No. In fact, Steve really wanted Blue 3 to work out. He wanted to. Even when I got back here, the first person I called, he's like, let me talk to the girls. He wanted Blue 3 to happen. No, it wasn't his fault. But let's let those things go.
To be the case.
To be the case. We have a concert in June, and we're working towards it.
Thank you for your time. We have to bounce. How many more years do you see yourself in this industry?
Well, I want to sing till I'm 50, take a break, and then come back again when I'm like 60.
So I love the energy. So till you're 50, we still have like
yeah, take a break out, go around, travel around the world and stuff, and then come back, rebrand and come back.
You still want to keep doing dance?
Yeah, I want to sing. You see like how Makeba was? She sang till she was 85, and she literally died on stage. That's what I want. That's what I want. It's my passion. I love making people happy, seeing people listen to music and it changes their lives, and they're crying and they're laughing, and that for me is like, why would I stop doing that?
But with the responsibility that comes now, the school fees, they are now 3, right?
That's true, yes.
And you're going to have, how many are you looking at?
4. I have 3 now. I have just one more. Just one more.
What if you get twins?
That would be great. That would be. My dream has always been 4 children. I grew up in a family of 7 children, but I want 4.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
With the responsibilities growing.
Yeah. It gets better with age. You know why?
Oh yeah.
Because the children grow, and when they grow, they don't want to do anything to do with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when children get to 13, 14, they like go back to church.
So you have more time for studio.
Yes, that is when I'll be like, yay. That's when I'm like 50. I'm like, anyone atawanya abanye bakola byawe.
All right.
Yeah, tudomo kudigida bupya.
With this industry that keeps changing,
yes.
do you feel like you always catch up?
Yeah.
Okay, you're talented.
Yeah, I always, why I catch up? Yeah. Because I accept that we never done kola bikade. You know why an artist fails to come back? They refuse to accept. They come back with the same old, they are like an antique on the stage. You see what I'm saying? Like a komo nagano kuchusa style buli muchiga because yala bantino babanga yabadde start 1998 nakati ayino kubeera ki start mu mwe engeri yenyine engeri jayambala engeri buli kimu gye kirimu has to be the same thing. You have to look at the industry and accept and brand, and you have to fuse choba dokola wali chigatte na kino, then give people a fresh breath of air. So my dynamic is that my team tells me Cindy ebintu bivuddeko. And I accept. It takes a lot for me to accept.
No kiddies.
Because as an artist,
how do you tell that to the king? But it's okay, I'll listen to you.
It takes a while. It takes a while. It's hard to accept. Who
are some of the young kids you see and you feel like they have talent and you would really you would work with them?
If Winnie Nwaji stops fighting with her fans, she's on her way. You know why? Because she has the talent.
But she fights with her fans.
Yeah. If she stops arguing with them and just understands that they're fans, they love you. They want to touch you. They want to, because they love you.
Katuchimali is the one.
Yeah.
She's going to come back with a nasty comment. Or I hope.
I don't care. She has done that several times and I don't care. But I don't know. For some reason, I look at her career. I'm like, that's the money, you know. Because she she inspires women who haven't had an inspiration. Who everybody says you need an international
I
body,
knew
blah,
you
blah, blah.
were going to turn that corner.
No. That is her power. No, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. That is her power. Nobody else has that power but her. You know, so when she speaks, her words are heavy. Because of who she represents.
Okay, let's not go.
But that's a different style. Catherine had this style on that, so I know community.
Yes.
Katiye, I know this audience. Yabato, who are younger, who are chubby, you know, and all that. And the way they look at her, they gain this. You know, they
confident,
this,
and there are so many.
And most rich women, that's how they look. They look like her. So she's on the money. If only she stops, just it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You made your money, you're paid. Ignore the noise. You know, keep going and stay on it. She's right on the money.
Who else?
With these new artists, it's hard because so it's you know. So me, when I look, I'm looking at a product etaliwo. You know, a product etaliwo. That's why I'm like her. Nobody looks like her.
Definitely.
You know, so she has that power. It's like me when I came in, there was Juliana, there was all these people. Now when I came in and I was younger and I was unapologetic, I was not trying to be pretty and all that. I was a fresh breath of air because everybody was trying to be graceful like Juliana. Perfect and do perfect hair. I didn't care. I get on stage and I sweat and I dance and I jump
with your short hair
and I get on tables and all that. That was new. You know, it was very new, and that is what an artist needs right now. Pick a lane. Put together in between, put something weird, get Vinca, put her together with Bebe Cool, create a brand marketeer. You see what I'm saying? Like very different things. Kwata, who's this guy who sings with the guitar? Mugabe.
Kenneth,
Kwata style ya Mugabe, or Jigatene Kamili, or creating a line marketeer. That's something people have never seen. Blow their mind and you have your own lane. You can charge your own prices, go where you want to go. But if you pick Cindy's lane, you have a legacy to fight. You understand? If you pick, it doesn't matter. If you pick Spicy, no Kwatalenia, you have a legacy to fight. There's so much to deal with. So I look at an artist, I need you to tell him, and I'm like, that's the money. That's why it's hard for me to give you a line of many artists because
I understand. We don't have something original and new.
Yes, like you could
what would you say about this guy that came out and started giving us
Who are you talking about?
Aliens King.
Aliens King. Why are people asking me about Aliens King?
No, we're talking about lanes, yeah?
I am still one of those people who feel like he's not serious.
Cindy. It's okay. Let's
For some reason, I feel like
it's okay.
It's like just having fun. It's
but you know that for me, when I see his music blowing up that way, it shows that waliwe chituli mu industry, people are looking for something.
I guess that's the thing, is that the rest of us are serious. For him, is not. That is a fresh breath of air.
Give me your last words. Thank you so much for this incredible interview. I wish we could go on and on and on.
These are not my last words. I'm very scared of that statement.
I know.
To close this show, I'd like to appreciate you, Mr. Henry.
Thank you.
Thank you for creating a show where artists can come and just be themselves. This is beautiful. And I hope you go where God wants to take you more. You know, above the sky, just past the limit. Past the limit. And then everyone who's watching, thank you for supporting the brand Cindy. Big things are gone. And we just started.
It's the deep talk.
The Deep Talk with Mr. Henry.